There is remedy, and the remedy will always be peaceful. It has to be. We can do it no other way, And so with that, first there has to be clarity, to understand what the situation is and where we need to come from, and that we're all part of the solution, and their hurt has already been done, and we're not here to make more hurt. Yeah. We're actually here to help heal. Yeah.
So there's been bit of activity in the past couple of days. Yeah, we got the governor's message. Nothing I didn't expect. So I know some people feel kind of distraught by it. My advice to that is, don't be. That's the government.
Politics.
It's really nothing unexpected. The most unexpected I was their acknowledgement of their failures. I was like, wow! That's the only thing that really took me by surprise, is that they actually admitted and acknowledged those faults. So in my own mana'o, just listening to that, again, I guess kind of said earlier, it's kind of 50-50 for me. We got their attention, we got them thinking, we got them acknowledging their faults and looking ahead to do better. However, how can we trust the same system to try and do better? As far as I'm concerned, we're seeing this is the beginning of the end of the state's control over this mountain. This is the beginning of the end of Office of Mauna Kea Management's control over this mountain. I think what they're asking inside there, I'm hearing, is, how can we help? How can we do better on the Mauna? I think they need to go through a process where we sit them down and we ask them, what did you do wrong on the Mauna? Because if they can't even figure out what they did wrong, if they can't even acknowledge what they did or what they did not do, then we got the wrong people. Well, we already knew that, but that's the wrong people to take care of the Mauna. For the past month or so, we haven't had any action, so we've allowed our numbers to come down and everything up here too. But now it's going to be really important that we communicate with our ohana, with our friends, our neighbors, to remind them and let them know that, the Mauna is going to be calling. We have, via Facebook and other contact information that we can get the word out very quickly. We can bring thousands of people to the Mauna, like that. So they still don't understand that process. When they look at the camp and say, see, support's dwindling. For me, I've said, no, we're just being smart about managing our resources. We don't need to have masses on the mountain right now, this whole time, because we kind of had word from TMT prior to this that they said they were not going to try and push their way up the mountain. But now we're back in that state in which they will. So, there's a different advantage to it that they might not be calculating very well, is that really we had that many people defend the mountain back in April. When was the arrest?
April 2nd.
April 2nd. So we had that many people, and all that did was blow this up. Now it's everywhere. So when we put the call out, we now have commitments from people across the Pai Aina and all around our own moku. Even people on the continental U.S. who said they're going to fly down when need be. So that's what we want to make sure that we can tap into. So as long as everyone is on the same path to protect the Mauna and to do a so pono. I know I could kind of feel the energy. Even at Kauai, after the governor's speech, could anyone else feel it? You could just feel it in the air. So much let down and energy, and
I was reaffirmed. I was more.
Many of us who've been following this, it was kind of but I know for a lot of our lahui out there was a lot of anger, there was a lot of hurt. That's why, from my perspective, putting out there was kind of like, no, don't let it get the best of you. We expected that. Yeah.
Everybody familiar with who Narissa Spees is? Does that name ring any bells? Narissa Spees. Her statement was amazing. Okay. marginalizing the people that I grew up with, my community. And I thought will I regret it years later? Yes, I will. Okay. I can't take the money. I can't take the blood money, which is really what it is, folks. That's what this stuff is. It's them spin doctoring that this is okay. That
What's her name
building
again?
on sacred, something like this on sacred land is okay because we're going to give $1 million of blood money for education.
This case, you can throw everything on there. This is what the defense of necessity is created for. Was made for this kind of stuff.
Like this is actually the ideal situation for the necessity defense, which is also actually called the choice of evils. Yeah. And like,
this is what it was created
I
for.
already forwarded everybody the choice of evils signatures.
yeah.
But then
Also,
if
in
you
the
have a
defense of
motion-
necessity, it talks about how there's an indirect way to do it and a direct way. This is a direct way. And
Yeah.
that's the only way that the defense of necessity can apply. We're not down Kalapana protesting about Mauna Kea. We're on Mauna Kea
Right.
protesting about Mauna Kea. And that's a direct action.
I know for the last month and a half or so we haven't talked about Kapu Aloha because we're just here amongst ourselves. But we still gotta be really, really mindful of that. And even more so now than really ever before. Because we're dealing with a lot more urgency on their end. And they're also dealing with the possibility of much greater threats when it comes to use of force. And that obviously is the National Guard. That's rumors that have been going out. It's been coming out more and more. It's getting out to the media. They're hearing it. They're looking into it. But the governor did tell us back in April, face to face, that that's a possibility. That's something they're considering at that time. So when that happens, I'm not exactly sure, but it's gonna happen because we're gonna hold them off, and they're gonna need to use some stronger force. But at that time, especially, even more so, we gotta be grounded. We gotta be pa'a. We gotta be malie, not vali vali, not so ikaika, but just compose everything.
The discipline. You gotta be the leaders in the discipline. And it's hard sometimes, emotion, but we gotta always remember it's the we that's bigger than any one person's rest. And so even throughout the day, I hope whoever's here, from now until tomorrow, every so often, every hour, 2 hours, we have a little kuka can remind everybody that it's the unified lokahi of, we know we on the right. So that's the bottom line. That is enough to empower us to do what we need to do. And I always keep on saying, this is just the first of many. So the relationship with the police it's not all or nothing. This is just the first of many. So our own families, friends, or whoever, we gotta be able to identify those people, talk to those people in a very nice, calm way. Because some people, their emotions are gonna take them to different levels, and we just gotta find a way to, in a spiritual sense, to remember, as Tita was saying, this is our temple, so we have to behave at the highest level in regards to who we are and why we're here. And so I always thought, I use that Muhammad Ali, always remember that we above the me. But our will is greater than their will. And all the money they get, our will is greater. So, again, to me, the idea, we just keep that in that mind, the me, we, and I think we're going to be all right and stuff. So as long as we really communicate, again, we got to be the examples. Yeah, keep this place clean, calm, be respectful to one another, and get ready, man. I get excited. I get all That's how I get. So.
We have the highest and the most bountiful the earth. So Kuleana is big. It's the largest mountain, the most sacred in its largeness. And it is our Kuleana to man the post, to kiai this month, Malama, to show others what sacred land really is to us. You don't have to spell it out and give you reasons why it is what it is. As the people of this place, listen to us. Listen to the dignity, love, respect, and nobility we give this place. Let us be examples to show that way. Example to those who do not understand. And in their understanding marked on greed and fear, coveting, planting things on the most sacred spot to take over. It was not a mistake that they picked Kaho'okele. Kaho'okele and Kalekoa. You know, and Pualalai. I mean, three of our greatest leaders, you know, at this level, that would take away from the group's strength so they believe. You know, that's an illusion. We have some great leadership, but we also have great people. You know, and we need to stand on that. And we have to say mahalo and mahalo, mahalo nui loa for holding the cup of aloha. Had to rein in a few people, you know, but bottom line is we did in highest integrity. We acted. You know, yes, we have emotion and we can say, but we all kind of wielded it and treated the perpetrator and the adversary like family. Because you know what? They are. You know, and we're in a system that divides and separates. Remember, it's a system, not the person. Never attack the person. We're looking at a system that does that to our people. So once we start attacking our own people, that's what they want. That's what they're set up to make us do. So noke, not even. Once we see it, and we see it, no. So when they come back out and they come up here again tonight, and the strategy still remains the same. You go in with the highest way of being, with deep integrity and deep relationship to your Aina, to your kupuna, to your Mauna. You know, at all times. A Papalani realm. It's about that. Like Father was saying, highest. We have to hold ourselves in the highest because we are in the realm of the gods. Elementals that flourish and feed us, that nurture us. This is watershed, Ka'ohe. We are in the district of Ka'ohe. Symbolically, what that means is that we sit on the richest lands ever. That means our watershed, our underground water table, our lakes, our streams, our rivers, everything, our sources. These are the things, this area feeds all of the Baukanaka. You know, and we need to protect it. We never know that really before because we've been distracted and disconnected. Now that we're connecting and presenting ourselves with our place, immense beauty. You see the lily noi come in and kisses right when we need it to be kissed. Or you know, just see the elements respond to the pule, to the prayer, to the oli, and into our way of being with each other and with our Aina is highest win. So it was an extreme victory again. And you know what? It's gonna go viral. You know, so much more. People will be more like, oh my God. So it really set everything that needed to happen.
See how a lot of you say you never know what happened, but now you know what they're doing. And so people have to know, but you were witnesses.
And you
so,
remember
so document all that.
We are the host culture. This is not Aina. They're our guests. But they're taking and not giving. So remember, we're the host culture. We open up our house and say, oh, come inside. Look what they do. Okay? No, nothing. It's enough. So now it's enough. They did their own manhandle. It's done. Okay, we're going to come for aloha, but we're not forget.
I'd like to commend all the young men, all you young men, for resisting that cool energy and bringing it into your aloha. I know it's hard. I saw your tears. Gives me tears. I just commend all you young men and you young opio, the young children, putting it. It's just beautiful. I love all you guys. Never had one ohana as big as this. But thank you so much for what you did today. For such an awesome time.
Never give up, never back down. Never let the wicked try and steal your crown. Rasta stand firm to your reasoning and hold your ground. Single is the highest truth. Know your roots, uphold your culture. Walk like a lion, use a righteous soldier. Keep on trying, we do what Jaja told ya for. The time is coming soon for the battle to be won. Never give up, never back down. Never let the wicked try and steal your crown. Rasta stand firm to your reasoning and hold your ground.
wrong mountain, wrong time, wrong people.